guys, Robbie with AiM here at PRI 2019, showcasing our new PDM 32 output PDM, also data logging, capable of 120 amp continuous power. Here we have a display of our PDM 32, and it goes over the most common uses for a PDM device. You'll find common blinker indicators, you have a fan, you have lights, and this is how we can control them with a solid state device. Solid state device is going to allow us to remove the fuse panel and the relay management system and really simplify the wiring of a race car. Getting down to it, the PDM is actually designed with a swiveling Amphenol connector. The Amphenol connector allows us to set the position without actually managing a fixed position, so it can be installed in any direction. The connector never needs to change its orientation. The boot up of the hardware is very quick. So we have our connector, it's got a locking retaining ring, and we can snap it into place, and the system boots right back up and begins functioning correctly again. This is basically main battery terminal coming in. It would be on the opposite side of your master kill switch, where you could turn on and off your battery supply, and then we can distribute the power directly from the battery to any place on the vehicle. We can do that with any push button input command. I push a button, or I pull the wiper stalk and my right blinker turns on, my left blinker turns on, and I can also have a hazard mechanism that's built into the PDM. So this would be 3 different inputs, and then the output would be a combination of left, right, and both. With the PDM 32, it's integrated into our current software program, Race Studio 3, where you can set the configuration, the display characteristics, and program the input buttons controls. We also have one of the strongest ECU databases on the market, with over 1,000 ECUs that you're just 2 clicks away from picking a manufacturer and a model type and having access to the entire ECU list without writing a single line of code. Here we have 2 different styles of setup. We have an already existing button panel that you want to make inputs for the PDM, so that we can then distribute power to all the electronics in the vehicle. So we have brake light, we have hazards, we have fan control, and these would be the options that would pre-exist in any car found on the road today. So you have your wiper switch. These all have output pins that can then directly be controlled by the PDM, and we can program the light mechanisms. The idea is that you don't need to manage any type of additional fuse. When wiring from the PDM to the electronic device, the fuse is electronic. So like, I want this to be a 35 amp fuse, I want it to be a 20 amp fuse, I want it to be a 60 amp fuse. You can set it in the software, and then when it triggers, it's an electronic trigger. You don't have to go back to the store and get a 35 amp fuse and plug it back in and hope you fixed it. So our PDM actually gives it a quick status LED notification of all of our inputs. So here we have 4 high 30 amp inputs, we have 12 medium 20 amp inputs, and we have 12 10 amp inputs and 4 30 amp half bridge inputs. So this is the active status of everything that we have going on our display right now. But should we have a short circuit, it would show what circuit was actually shorted and what we need to repair almost immediately. While the others still function and activate, the circuit is actually designed for, and it'll actually clear itself. So should the circuit clear, everything will be back to normal. So this is also a PDM 32 display, but we decided to pair it with a 10-inch, a full TFT display. This system right here looks amazing in the car, and the cost is going to be relatively low because the display driver and the hardware is in the PDM 32. One of the nice features about having so much screen real estate is that you have a backup camera that's selectable, and you can control where it sits on the screen. This one we decided to put a bunch of snowflakes, Christmas season.